is presented by Benjamina Mia Casino. Licensed real estate professional since 2008. License number S01669991 LLC. It's a lunch hour in Vegas, and we're on the dot with Dot and Mia here on PHLV Radio.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to On the Dot right here on PHLV Radio. We're broadcasting from thank you, from scorching hot Las Vegas. My name is Dorothy Tome, and you can call me Dot. And here's my partner.
Hello, everyone. Happy July. My name is Mia Martin Casino. Welcome to On the Dot.
Hi, Mia.
Hello.
It's a good
we
thing
missed you last week.
Oh, yeah. I was in... Where was I? I was in Mexico. Mexico, viva! And it was raining there. It was very... Yeah, it was cold sa southern Mexico, sa San Cristobal, Chiapas.
Yeah, how was the hotel? You left me.
Kaya nga, but you have to go kasi so we say hello to Tito John.
Yes,
of,
Tito
La
John.
Jolla,
Hello to Tito John.
La Jolla Hotel of San Cristobal, and we made sure. Well, we made the commitment. He made the commitment on air, di ba? He invited us on air, so I went. Ta-da!
Yay! How was it?
It was fabulous, Mia.
Oh, I'm
fabulous.
sure. Yes, it's a beautiful hotel.
Kayo naman ni Kuya Yo, you go there.
Oh, nga, yeah.
Yeah.
We should.
Okay. So it's very hot here where we are, and I'm glad I stayed home. Are you home, Mia?
Yes, I am.
Yes. It's 111 degrees Fahrenheit. And for our guest, who is coming in from Austria, it's 44 degrees Celsius. Okay, so we'll find out how it is like in her place. Mia, if you want to bring her in.
Yes, I'll introduce our guest. Our guest, for someone so young, has 10 years experience as professional experience in management and legal services. She graduated summa cum laude from Fil-Am. My gosh! Ibang klase. Summa cum laude in BA Philosophy, and has a Juris Doctorate degree, Order of the Purple Feather. Let's ask her about that, from the University of the Philippines College of Law, and a Master's of Public Policy. Hang on. Class of 2020. She's so young. From Hertie School in Berlin, Germany. Miss Maria Lorena REN MANGBAN. Welcome to the show, Ren.
Thank you so much. Thank you. That's a very generous introduction. I'm thrilled to be here on the dot with Dot and Mia. And it's my first time to be in a podcast. So I can tell already that we're going to have fun today.
Yes. We'll be your age today.
25 lang si Ren.
I know, right?
Forever.
2020, my gosh, 4 years ago
25.
lang.
And she has accomplished so much, no?
I know,
mean,
yeah.
we are so proud of you, Ren.
Yes.
Biro mo, UP working in wherever you are. Where are you now?
I'm in Vienna, Austria. And to your question, it's 33 degrees here today, Celsius.
33.
Celsius. Oh, mainit din.
That's how
Sobrang
many in
init din.
Fahrenheit.
Kinda hot. Kinda, yeah, warmish.
Warmish, but not
Uh-uh.
44, not 111.
Nope. Nope, nope,
It's
nope.
in the evening too, right?
Uh-uh.
Yeah, so but it's okay. I like it. It feels a little bit like the Philippines when it's
Oh,
like this
is it
here.
humid? Humid in
A little
Austria?
bit, yeah.
Okay.
Some days are humid, some are not, but yeah.
Mm. Okay.
That I
So,
love your shirt. Sorry, I just have to say that I love that shirt. Next time I'm gonna wear something like that.
something
Yes.
like, magkalakal kaya tayo ng mga UP products
I
sa
know
Vienna.
whoever's good. In Vienna, yeah.
Parang, parang pwede, no? But you have to pay for the shipment.
Mhm. That's right.
Aside from me paying for it, the recipient in Europe, anywhere in Europe, anywhere in the EU, will have to pay for the package.
Also,
Diba, Ren?
twice on shipping sa Europe. Oh, wow.
Diba? Mhm.
Yeah,
For some
that's
reason.
Interesting.
Anyway, thank you for liking my shirt. This is UP Visayas. Shape up,
It's
UP
Visayas
Visayas.
pala.
And we want to say congratulations to all the graduates of the UP system. Mabuhay!
Mabuhay.
It's graduation nila kahapon sa Visayas, UPV.
Oh.
I don't know, sa ibang systems. So, you're from Diliman, no, Ren?
yes,
Okay.
from Diliman.
All right. So,
I know you're from Diliman also, right?
no, I'm from Visayas.
Visayas, hence the shirt. Okay.
Uh-uh.
And Belle and Nicole are from Belle and Nicole are your daughters from Diliman, correct?
Yes, and Chantal. The three of them are from Diliman. Si Mia, Diliman, and Los Baños. Kami, ano?
Yes, I started in UPLB and now I moved to Diliman.
Yeah,
after 2 years.
my mom is from UPLB and my
Oh,
brothers
okay.
and my cousins are all from LB because we're from Batangas.
Oh, okay.
It's closer to where we live.
Right,
Mhm.
yes.
Yeah.
Our title for today is Pinoy PA because our guest is Ren and we're going to talk about, what are we talking
ano
about
yun?
that?
Third
culture
kids.
kids.
Okay, so now we come to the definition. Attorney, doctor,
Attorney,
Define
doctor, please
pakidefine nga ng TCK.
define.
Well, first of all, I want to say that I'm not a TCK by definition. I'm not a third culture kid, but then this topic is something that fascinates me because we live in a global world where everyone is
Right.
everywhere. Well, third culture kids are those individuals who spend most of their formative years outside of the parents' culture. For example,
I see.
for example, there's a Filipino family, like Filipino mom and dad, who moved to the US and they had children in the US. And so the children develop this kind of culture. On one part is the culture of the parents. And then on the other hand, the host country, which is the US in this example. But they develop a blend of those two cultures that is what we call the third culture. So third culture kids.
I think we had a guest a few years back, si Ampi Coronel. Her dad was an expat and they moved places. Yeah. So
Yeah,
we
that's-
talked about that a few years ago.
That's a
okay,
third
that's the term
culture.
for that.
Yeah.
Pero
The-
the
the
keyword,
term- Yeah, go ahead.
the keyword that you used is formative years.
Mhm.
That means 0 to 7 years old.
Well, they have there's a adult third culture. So third culture adult that they consider from 13 to 17, for example.
I see.
Because some kids they move after their parents move. Like some kids in the Philippines, for example, kinukuha. I don't know if that's the correct term. Kinukuha after so many years when the papers
Right.
are already processed. Yeah.
Correct.
And so they still grow up in another culture during their formative years, like 13, 14, 15. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Mga anak mo, Mia.
No, I don't know if they haven't really moved. They've always been in LA and Vegas, but yeah, I guess
What if
Paano ba yun?
if they're born
The US.
in another
These
country?
these are third culture kids still.
Okay, not necessarily multi
No,
locations.
not necessarily.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think the term third culture was coined back in the 50s by this sociologist, Ruth Osim was her name, and she was studying expatriates in India, where she discovered that
Right.
those children who are transitioning from host country, they develop this unique culture that which we call third culture, as mentioned. Yeah, so
Okay.
and then later the concept of third culture was expanded to cross culture kids. You know, like growing up in multiple cultures, like having a mom and dad Filipinos, and then growing up in the States, born and raised in the States. That's a third culture kid. That's a cross culture kid.
Cross culture. Oh, so my kids would be cross culture.
Yes, third culture kids, cross culture kids. The cross culture kids is the bigger umbrella.
Right, right. Oh, very interesting.
Very, very interesting. You know, the reason I got in contact with Ren, our first meeting was at a park in Austria, and yeah, she appeared in one of our. Ang tawag doon, Mia? Wait, who, what?
Wait to what? Yes, I remember. Yeah,
Remember?
yes. They were. They were
which
asked
do
a
you prefer?
question. What was the question then, Ren? Do you remember?
I think money or beauty,
Oh
something like
yes,
that.
yes.
Money or beauty. Tapos last
And
week, go ahead, Mia.
you have a group in Austria, right? That you formed, the UP students.
Yes, we do. We have our mini UPAA. It's not a formal organization.
We should formalize it.
Yes, we're very interested. There's like seven girls now, seven of us, from UP Visayas, UP Tacloban, UP LB, UP Diliman, UP Manila, and we just found each other in Vienna by happenstance. You know, stumble upon them in somewhere, and then we formed this little group chat called Mga Iska sa Vienna.
Oh, how nice.
So parang
Yeah.
so that was my first meeting with Ren sa
Mhm.
park. And then we were talking about the diaspora in the UP AAA, di ba?
Yeah, right, right.
And at the same time, happening in Vienna at that time, that was that last month? Parang ano yan, Philippine Independence Day celebration.
Mhm.
Something was happening in the UN. There was a United Nations event, Ren, and you were one of the hosts, or what? What was that? So that's why I got in touch with Ren, because the
I
diaspora
see.
is connected somewhat with the third culture, cultural issues ng mga
Okay.
Filipino abroad.
Right,
So
right. Oo.
yeah, so I'm interested. What were your takeaways from that event, Ren, and what was it?
Right. To give everyone a background, it was the annual EGA, the General Assembly of NFID. NFID is the European Network of Filipino Diaspora. It's a non-political, non-sectarian, non-profit organization connecting Filipinos across 17 European countries. And so we had the 10th AGA, and I'm part of NFID. So NFID is the shortened term. I was asked to host the culture part of it and third culture kid, because this is a topic that is close to our hearts. Those who moved from the Philippines to abroad, anywhere abroad, and they start having children, and these children will be raised differently, no matter how. No matter if you're both Filipino parents, the children will be unique.
Mhm.
growing up in this environment. And so we were talking about third culture and third culture kids. And it was very exciting. We were allotted 30 to 40 minutes of time to talk about third culture. We started also with definition, the challenges, the opportunities, and the wrap up. We were given 30 to 40 minutes, and I thought that, that's such a long time to speak about this topic. And I formatted it in a way that I had Sarah. Sarah is a co-NFID member, and she's a third culture kid. So we were speaking about her experiences. So, and then we asked the audience, and we were so overwhelmed that there was so much audience participation because they related so much. With the topic that, oh
Right,
yeah, my
right.
child is a third culture kid pala, or I'm a third culture kid pala because I moved
Right.
to Vienna when I was 15. I'm an adult TCK. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, but there are a lot, especially with the immigration to different countries. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
They are
So,
everywhere.
mhm. So ano yung mga characteristics ng third culture kids? Are they different for each, say, Europe, halimbawa, or North America, or South America, or any other Asian countries? Or do they have commonalities?
That's exciting because I've mentioned the sociologist earlier, the Ruth Osim, who coined the term third culture. After that, there were two individuals, David Pollock and Ruth Van Raken, who kind of delved into the third culture kid experiences. And they wrote the book Third Culture Kids Growing Up Among Worlds, and they discovered that no matter where the TCK is or the third culture kid is, there are similar experiences. They have the same challenges. They feel this. I could get into the challenges, of course, but it was exciting to see that we're so similar. And what they did in the book was gather all the experiences of TCK from around the globe. And then they found the commonality. Like, yeah, so you're also having troubles with identity and belonging.
Oh.
Oh, you also had
Right.
troubles with how you look, your
Mhm.
physical appearance, or the inability to speak the local language, things like that.
Right, right. Yeah.
Tama, tama. No, the ability to speak the language. And how do you look, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lalo na, let's say, if for example we're focusing on the Filipino TCK,
Yeah.
yung may Filipino roots, no?
Yeah.
Tayong mga Pinoy masyadong image conscious. That's what I noticed, 'di ba? So, did that show up sa characteristics ng TCK?
Yes, and during this segment, the one that I've hosted, um, I asked Sarah, the TCK, my co NFID member, and I asked her like, what are the challenges? And she goes, oh, when I was in the school, because I was the only one who had the brown skin
Oh.
and flat nose. And my classmates, of course, they were Austrians. They were white, right? And they were
Right.
asking her, "Why do you have a black skin? And why is your nose so small?"
Yeah.
And so Sarah would go to her mom and ask her mom, like, "Please buy me this whitening."
Oh.
So and would think of ways of how she could look like her peers.
Wow. If I can share my son's experience too, because my
Mm-hmm.
son is a performer. And so he would audition, and he's very talented. He's a very talented dancer. But because of his appearance, he doesn't get the part. So that's a challenge for third culture kids, a very big challenge.
That's right. And And then I thought that this kind of being image conscious is just back at home. In the Philippines, for example, like what Dot said earlier, that we're so image conscious. We want to be white. We want to have a tall nose. But it was fascinating that children who are growing up outside of the Philippines are still feeling the same.
Correct.
Almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
And
more so, I think.
exactly.
Mhm.
And other parents started sharing their experience, like their kids are being picked on in school because they don't look like the other kids.
Mhm.
So that's one example of challenge of being a TCK.
Very interesting. I cannot contribute to that. I have no contribution to that. Kasi I don't know if Dan falls under the TCK. He's 23 now, because I don't know if it's a matter of confidence as well. Because maybe the other side of the challenge is the opportunity. You mentioned
Yes, of
opportunity,
course.
yeah? Right.
Of
So,
course, of course.
yes, I think because he's sharing
Mhm.
with me, like your story, Mia, na
Mhm.
maraming opportunities, di ba,
Right,
for
right.
for uh for your son, and for Dan here. I think there's also the desire or the longing to excel,
Right.
Yeah.
and then to be the best in whatever field, no, the
Mhm.
chosen field. So is that the same for other TCKs?
So yes, in the book, because I read the book and I read some research papers because it's very interesting. Um, many so we would look at opportunities in the cultural part, like having this global mindset. That's one advantage of being a TCK, that you could easily navigate complex situations, complex,
Right.
that the world is diverse, right? Another advantage of a TCK is that the cultural pride, developing this cultural pride,
Yeah.
whatever it is. Like in the forum that I hosted, there's this TCK who said that I'm so proud to be Filipino. Once I've learned how rich the culture is, how generous Filipinos are, I'm so happy that there's a part of my identity that is Filipino. And the language could be a challenge. At first you cannot speak German or French or wherever you are. And then later on, once you learn the language, you grow up speaking 3, 4 languages. And
Yeah.
that's already your advantage. And
Tama.
yeah. And so
Ah.
there's an upside to being a TCK. Not all, of course, not all challenges.
Yeah.
Mm.
And the kids now are, I think, more proud to be Filipinos. As I see it, they like the culture and they promote it. And yeah, I think so. With everything that's happening now, I think they're prouder now.
Mm-hmm. The more they discover themselves, the more they discover their roots. At least the Filipino TCKs that I've met and I've spoken with, they are very proud, because the last question that I asked during that segment is that, what is the best thing about being a Filipino? And the hands were raised across the board.
Oh, that's
Everyone wants to
nice.
say something like bayanihan, hospitality,
Oh my God.
the food.
Oh, the
There's this
yeah.
TCK who was saying that I always look forward to visiting my Lola because she cooks the best Filipino food.
Oh, that's so
So
nice. Oh, di
it's
ba?
it's very good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so it's also a call for us, I think, more and more as I listen to beautiful stories of Pinoys abroad. It's a call
Mm-hmm.
for us to stand up and, stand up straight, to be
Oh
dignified.
yeah. Of
Yung
course.
parang in Livin, it is a UP motto, honor, excellence, service. That's a new
Service.
one. So it doesn't just speak to us or challenge us as UP graduates. Pero all of us Pinoys, parang ganon. At least for me, that's the call to speak with honor and to live with honor and excellence and serve the people. So for me, it feels like that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
No?
And I think it also depends on the parents and how you raise your kids. If you raise them knowing about the culture, they would appreciate it.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
I agree. In the
Mhm.
TCK, parent participation is a big chunk on how you help your child navigate this complex world that they live in.
Right.
You know, whenever if the classmates make fun of your skin or your nose or your whatever Filipino feature you have, you come home and your parents tell you you're beautiful as you are. You don't need to change. And or if your German is not so perfect, you come home. You know, you speak Filipino, you will learn how to speak German in time. We practice together. You're having this supportive environment inside your home. I think that's a big plus.
Right, because all my kids were born here, but they speak Tagalog because we enforced it. But I had so many contradictions while they were growing up. You know, other Filipino parents would say, "Why are you teaching them Tagalog? Teach them English. It's going to be hard for them when they go to school." I said, "They'll adapt. They'll adapt. It's retaining the culture." And now they're proud that they are able to speak Tagalog.
Oo naman. I like that, Mia. I really
Yeah.
appreciate what you did with your kids or what you are doing with them even up to now. Yeah, maganda yan. And in the case of Ren,
Galing.
Tagalog, ay ano naman, German naman, you learn German. I'm also studying German, by the way.
That's amazing.
Third culture, mama.
Meron ba third culture, super adult? Kami ni Dot yan.
But I think that you're called parent of a third culture kid.
Yes.
And yeah.
Parent.
For
Oo.
parents.
Ay, lola.
Yeah.
I'm a
Oo
lola.
naman. Ayoko pa di pa ready. Tita lang, tita.
Ako lang lola. Lola of a third
Yeah,
culture kid.
I want to commend Mia. That's really great job that your children speak Filipino. Because during the forum, some parents were kind of sharing their dismay or disappointment within. Like one parent said that one of my greatest regrets is that I didn't teach my children Filipino because I was afraid that they won't be able to integrate well, or they would look so different. But now, hearing all these stories and seeing the TCKs, like my friends who are speaking Filipino, German, French, they're like, kaya pala ng kid to handle it.
And the kids appreciate it more because, like, my eldest got an additional 50 cents per hour because of speaking Tagalog. And so they appreciate it more. Yeah. And their friends would say, how come I don't speak Tagalog? How come my parents didn't? And they want to learn it. So,
yeah.
Awesome. You used one word earlier, and we're going to go back to that word. We will blow up. We will blow up that word. Mamaya, after this break, Ren. So, our friends, please stay with us. We have a very, very short break. Okay, welcome back to the show on the dot with Dot and Mia. And it is, what day is it? It's the 10th of July. Buti yan, we're tagging the day. Kasi sometimes we're looking for our videos, Mia, and then we don't find what we want. So it's good to know. It's July 10th. Happy birthday to Danielle Sijak.
Happy birthday, our past guest.
Happy birthday!
Yes, ang
Happy birthday.
asawa ni Bill Bill. So he was our guest in the past. At saka happy 25th year ng UPAA Nevada. Siyempre, we will celebrate in November. Mia, take it away.
Yes, we have 2 events. The first one is Himig, which is happening on November 16. It's a songwriting competition at the Celebrity Center. And it starts at 2 p.m. up to 4 p.m. Tickets are $30, which includes refreshments. So everyone's invited. And all songwriters, please join the competition. Send your entries before October 15 to my email, miaamcasino@gmail.com or through PHLV. And the November 30th, that's our 25th anniversary gala, which will happen at the Suncoast casinos, right? Is it at 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. the game?
I don't know.
And we'll send you we'll tell you the details later on. But yes, it's going to be on November 30th in the evening.
Yeah,
Our silver anniversary.
Yes, silver year in the silver state.
Oh, nice. Yes.
Diba? Kasi silver
Correct.
state ang Nevada.
Mhm.
So, silver years na tayo. What's happening? I don't know yet the date, the time, for November 30th. And I don't know how much the ticket will be, but please save your date.
Yes.
That's the 30th of November. So, earlier I said something. Hello pala kay Adele Ordinario. Hello, Adele.
Hi, Adele.
Someday.
Thank you for always joining us. I wish Ren was here para you pa-member na siya.
Oo nga, no.
No?
Yeah.
Punta ka na lang dito.
My sister's there.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's go. I-recruit ko.
Your sister?
No, but my sister didn't go to UP, but she lives in the States. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. All right. So you mentioned the word regret earlier. Kuya Yo, please bring up that card, Kuya Yo. That's the card that you picked, Ren. You're number 8. So,
wow.
yeah, I don't know if you can read that right now. I don't know if it's showing. Can you read?
I regret. I know that I cannot change the past.
Yes. So you mentioned isang mama who said she regretted that she did not teach her children Tagalog.
Tagalog.
Mm-hmm. So we do have regrets. I don't know. Well, not so much anymore. Not too many regrets anymore. We can call them maybe lessons from the past that we're learning only now. We can change them at that time, but we can probably change our perception now. But do you have any regrets, Ren, or a regret that's running in your family that's somehow affecting you?
That's a very good question. I was just having this conversation with my husband, like this week. Yes, as fresh as this week, because of this podcast. I was telling him that we're going to talk about TCKs, right? And then we were looking back at our lives because we started boyfriend girlfriend in the Philippines, and then this is the 4th country for us as a couple. So from Philippines, Germany, Hungary, and then Austria. And I was just telling him that I wish I had taken the German studying seriously in the past because I have cousins who are in Germany. They're also third culture kids. And when we were kids, we would exchange letters in German.
Oh.
And then in UP, I also learned German. And then I thought when I was pursuing law that I won't use this language at all. Why am I killing myself? And then I studied in Germany. And then later on, now I'm living here and I'm studying it again. I'm like, if I had taken it seriously years ago, then I wouldn't be suffering. Because, the older you get, it's harder to learn a language. And when we were younger, we were like sponges, and we don't care about grammar, or we don't care if we sound silly. But now we all have those barriers in front of us. And we're like, you're always embarrassed to speak German or something else. Yeah. So yes, maybe that's for me.
That's a regret. Yeah. Ikaw, Mia.
Me? No. The only regret I have are the risks I didn't take.
Wow. Grabe, quotable quote.
Diba?
Pagalitan tayo ni Francis.
Adventurous. So, pag hindi ko tinake yung risk, yun.
Pero you're aware of the risks that you did not take?
Hindi nga. Kasi usually naman, I take it. I'm a risk taker. So,
kaya regrets ko? Anong regrets ko? I think one of my regrets, but minor lang naman, is not learning any other language.
Spanish. We had Spanish.
But mga I don't know. I can't even remember. But, it's a good thing that I had a little bit of Spanish, especially sa Iloilo.
Right.
Those who are living in Iloilo, very strong ang Spanish roots. So when I went to Mexico, it was easy to understand. And even in Peru and Brazil. Kasi the Spanish,
Right.
Yeah.
When they talk fast lang, diba? It's hard. But you kind of understand what they're saying also because of that general subject, Spanish.
Yes. So yun lang naman, very minor regrets. In the end, maybe at my age, it's useless. It's a waste of time to be regretting on something.
Right.
So I like the statement at the end, at the bottom of your card, Ren, not your card, the card that you pulled is, ang tawag doon? What was it again?
I know that I cannot change the past.
The past.
Exactly.
Right.
I know I cannot change that. So no need to regret too much about that. Just say, yeah, okay, well, pick it up from where I am right now. Yeah.
And the things that happen to you, they serve as lessons, diba?
Yes.
So just to move forward and so no regrets. I think.
No regrets. And I want to pick up on what you also said earlier, Ren. It's up to the parents or the significant adults who are raising the TCKs for them not to have regrets. Because if the parent has regrets, well, someone in the talk last month on diaspora, she said, my only regret is, and we're going to have her at the end of July, Mia.
Okay.
And she's Dr. Naku. She said, my only regret is that I wasn't there in the Philippines to celebrate the birthdays, anniversaries, to attend the funerals of my beloveds. So those are her regrets. Understandable naman, di ba?
Oh, yeah.
Oo. Sayang, birthday ni nanay, wasn't there. Mga ganon. Very common.
I have a question, Ren. I don't know if you studied or if it's been studied already. Are the TCKs regretful of their parents moving?
Nice question, Mia. Great question.
That's a very good question. I think the authors of the book, that Pollock and Van Reken, said that these are the hidden grief of the TCKs. Right. Because as a child, you really cannot question your parents, like, why are we moving to another country? Right. Or why wasn't I born in the Philippines? because these are choices that were made for us, like for the TCK, right? And this hidden grief, they could, turn into something else if not addressed. And so the parents of the TCKs should be able to speak to their children, even if the children are not asking, to explain to them why certain decisions were made for the family, and to address the loss that the children may feel. Because for children who didn't even who wasn't even born in the Philippines, in the forum, she said, "Oh, the Filipinos I could have been friends with."
Oh my God.
And the friends
Because-
they left behind also.
Yes, yeah, for the adult
Yeah.
TCKs,
Yeah.
for the ones who left at 12, at 11, they always think of that. And they didn't know that it's a grief, a hidden grief. It's
Yeah.
unresolved grief. And so the authors would say, recognize that and mourn for that grief. Let your children mourn for that grief.
Oh
And
my
then,
God.
yeah,
Mm.
for that loss. Because it has to be recognized.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so touched by that. The hidden griefs. We have so many adults, di ba, Mia, who were pulled out kasi nga requested, ano yun, what's the word? When when the parents were applying for immigration status. Ano yun?
Immigration.
Yung na-request sila to be here in the US. That's a very valid
Appearance,
grief.
yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes, and the children don't have any say. They just
No.
have to go with the parents.
Yeah. That's very
Because
important.
they're
Hidden grief.
minors.
Yep. And when they are doing these sessions with the TCKs, they discover that a lot of them have this hidden grief, right?
Right. Yeah.
Like lack of recognition of what they're going through. Like there was a story that I really liked that Van Reken shared, that they were a military family and they were moving a lot, and the child wanted to bring a toy, and then the parents said, no, we leave everything behind, but and she said, like, for this kid, the toy is not just a toy.
Yeah.
It's a representation of her life there.
Yeah.
And the parents pulling her out and not keeping this keepsake is, that's a loss for the child.
Yeah.
Traumatic yun.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's traumatic.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so she was reminding that, if your child wants like a piece of whatever, the wood, the paneling or whatever, let the child take it with him or her. Yeah.
Mhm.
Because it means a lot.
Yeah. The parents don't realize it unless they tell you that they have this hidden grief, and for the parents, it's just, you're just going by your way and
Mhm.
just deciding for the children. But some of our decisions are very traumatic
Tama.
to the kids.
Yeah, I would so 100% recommend this episode to be shared with our fellows, mga kababayans.
Yes.
Who are planning to come to, go abroad and bring their families. So address the possible repercussions, mga bata, talk to them. And like you said, Ren, encourage them to bring their whatever is precious for them.
Yeah.
Bring that
Yes.
token, that symbol with them as they embrace their new culture. Kasi nga, third culture, no? Ay, wow! It's so important.
Yeah,
Pang
it is.
Ganda ng
mental
topic
health.
natin, no?
Oh my
I love
God.
our topic.
I love it so much. Tapos, it makes me want to tear up kasi nga, it's so, I feel so much for people who are uprooted from whatever they hold dear. Although we talk about non-attachment, but before you distance yourself from that attachment, before you do that, there's a process. There's a
Yeah.
process of uprooting, transferring, transitioning, and even if it's career change
Yes.
or marriage or whatever, I think we really should take care of our young people and help them transition.
And
Major
even
kasi
if
yan eh.
Tsaka even if the parents had good intentions for moving, diba? Yung effect
Mm-mm.
pa rin could be different to the kids.
Yes. This is
That's
big
right.
ang culture natin,
Yeah.
especially, 'di ba? Napaka contrasting naman even sa
Yeah.
weather, sa language, major contrasts when we move from one culture to the next, from one nation to the next, 'di ba?
Mhm.
Especially,
Yeah.
'di ba, oath taking lang? When you take your oath as a
I
US
know.
citizen or are you an Austrian citizen, Ren?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Then you
Filipino. Pinoy pa rin.
Pinoy
Pinoy
pa
pa
rin.
rin, our title. Pinoy pa
Ang
rin.
Oh, ang galing. Yeah, there was something I was going to say pero nakalimutan ko na. Anyway, how about our quote, Mia?
Oh, okay. Our quote is from Pico Iver. It's about our topic. A global soul is a person who has grown up in many cultures all at once and so live in between the cracks.
Ay, wow. Live in between the cracks.
Oh, kasi
On one side,
pinaka-approach siya eh.
on one side, it sounds fascinating.
Diba?
Napaka-global niya. Ang galing.
Yeah.
Di ba? Citizen of the world. On the other
Yeah.
side, yung sinabi mo na living in the
mga-
cracks. That's
Mga
sad.
discoveries nila.
Oo. Wow. What can you say about that, Ren?
Uh,
Puro
I-
na lang ako, wow, I have to shut up. Wow.
Such a nice episode. I love it.
That's very fitting. The quote is very fitting because we spoke about commonalities, right? The challenges, and across the board, TCKs feel this neither nor feeling.
Right.
They neither. For example, a Filipino growing up in Austria, the neither nor is that they're not Filipino enough so to be called Filipino, even though their parents are both Filipinos,
Right.
nor they're not Austrian enough. They're not Austrian to be part of the Austrian culture. So it's that neither nor. So where do I place myself? So am I Filipino? Am I Austrian? That's common. And I guess as you grow older, as you navigate the complexities of life, it's you could turn it around, like what we said that okay, maybe I'm a global soul, or I belong to many cultures, and that would allow me to be part of many more people than my community, to explore more, to expand. So yeah.
That is an excellent take on that, Ren. Maybe I'm this at one. So that's why, because I'm neither this nor that, then I can be this for you today, and I can be this for them the next day, and that makes me very diverse. That makes me understand human nature across cultures. No.
Yes, I definitely agree. This ability to navigate the cultures, it's amazing.
Mhm. The challenge is, or the invitation, I would say, huwag natin gawing challenge. Gawin na lang nating invitation para hindi masyadong masakit. The invitation is to transition from one to the other, from one stage to the other, from one dimension to the next dimension of these multiple realities, with ease and with
Yes.
grace and with smoothness, no? Walang masyadong drama. Yeah, I think we can do that. I think our Filipino TCKs can do that.
Yes,
Ako
yes.
personally,
Yeah, what do you
I think
of that?
I think personally, I have high regard for CTKs because of all their experiences. I think they grow up to be more, a person of more abilities and more understanding. It makes them whole. about all their experience.
Correct, correct. I totally agree with that, especially in this time of human history. Maybe back in the 50s, it was difficult. Like
Right.
that book
Yeah.
was written back in the 50s, right? 50s, 60s, wala pang internet, walang ganito, walang communication
Yeah.
like this. We
Yeah.
can talk to each
Mhm.
other like this. Must have been very difficult for them. Pero
Yes,
now,
yeah. Yeah, and not knowing that there are other people who are experiencing the same.
right. Oh,
Because right now, this book is available to you. I downloaded it in my tablet. I'm reading it. I read it twice,
mhm.
and and these people are so happy that there are others out there who know exactly what they feel
Oh,
and
that's
what they're
nice.
going through. They don't feel so alone anymore. And back then, like, yes, that's difficult. In the forum, there was an adult TCK. He moved to Austria when he was 19. He said it was so hard for him because he cannot call his friends because the phone calling abroad costs a
It's
lot. Yeah.
It's expensive. Yeah, but now we have FaceTime. So
Yeah, now it's
free na
easier
siya,
because you
free
could
na.
just you
Right.
could just look at your friends, pick up the phone wherever you are, be in the park or in the mall. You could call them. But TCK in the 70s or the 60s,
Oh,
that must
gosh.
have been a challenge. Yeah.
Expensive. Yeah.
Mhm. And look at you, Ren. You are connected with the United Nations, and you are doing a great job with the NFID. What's NFID again? European
European Network of
Network of
Filipino
Filipinos.
Diaspora.
Filipinos in Diaspora. Do you see yourself pursuing a field that where you can be of greater service to the Filipinos abroad?
Well,
How is that like for you?
yeah, that's a great question again. And it's something that I always think about. Because when I first, honestly, when I took my master's, the professors in UP would always tell you, oh, after you take your master's, you come back and you serve your country, right? And then I took my master's after graduating. I was offered a job, and then I have stayed since. So it's been 6 years. And there's a part of me that's a bit guilty that how an scholar ng bayan is away from the
Away from
country,
the Philippines.
away from the Philippines, and how could we be of service? And I thought that in the global world that we're talking
Yes.
about, that there's so many ways.
Can I borrow that
To-
for my speech?
Yeah, of course. In in the global world, there are so many ways to help your country, to support, to be of service,
Yay!
and being part of this NFID, the European Network of Filipino Diaspora, in a way is my giving back. Talking about TCKs, talking about Filipina resilience, or talking about organizing events to raise funds for many organizations in the Philippines. That's my small way of giving back, and I intend to do this for the rest of my life. I guess
Galing.
to be of service to my countrymen.
Galing. Mia, kung nandito siya,
Ay, wala na. Presidente na. Next.
kaya nga, I was going
My
to say
God.
siya na yung
Lipat
next.
nga. Lipat
Siya-
na kasi
siya na yung
rin.
next
My
president.
God naman.
Kaya lang
Ika na
Mia,
rin, please. Madali lang mag-English kasi sa German.
Mia, walang UN dito.
Wala. Okay.
Diyan ka na lang, Ren. It's such an honor to have you with us,
I
Ren.
know. Good to meet you, Ren.
Yes, we're so...
It's such an honor to be speaking to two wonderful women.
My
Formidable, if I could, I could call that. Yeah, super. So you're also there away from the Philippines and doing such great work. Forming the UPAA, that's our dream. That's our
Yeah, you
dream.
formed it. Yeah.
Yes,
Go ahead,
yes.
please.
Yeah.
We'll support you.
Yes.
Thank
Uy,
you.
maganda yan, Mia. Gawin
Diba?
natin,
I
i-adapt
know.
natin.
Pwede ba
Ano,
yun? Sige,
lupaan.
tingnan namin ng ano ha.
Tingnan natin.
Tingnan natin.
On,
Yeah,
on
we'll
air
support
pa,
you
ha?
then.
On air pa ha. You know, we can, why not? You know, we can
Support
have
lang
a,
naman
yeah, why not? You know, we can have an adopted
And I'm sure,
UPAA.
diba, daw ay Pinas.
Please adopt
Global
us.
yan eh. Diba?
It
Adapt
is.
natin tong si
Galing,
para
galing.
maging presidente.
Tulungan natin. Yes. O sige, mag-closing speech na tayo. Ren, closing speech mo. Closing remarks.
About the TCKs, I guess.
Or
Or
whatever.
just in general. Well, first of all, I want to say thank you for inviting me today. It's great. My first time is I didn't expect it to be this fun. I knew it was gonna be fun. I knew it was gonna be engaging. But you know, what am I saying? I'm speaking with fellow UP Iska, so so I shouldn't be surprised. And I guess honor service, honor excellence service
Yes.
is something that we will carry as UP students wherever we go. And be it speaking about third culture kids or other important issues that are relevant to the Filipino community, I'm all for it. And I hope that I could meet more Filipinos along the way who, you know, would like to also give back to the country in the form that they can render.
I love it. Thank you so much. Wala na
Kudos
akong
to you,
speech
Ren.
kanya.
Ako lang, kudos lang.
Kudos.
Oh,
Sige,
yes.
padayon. Yan.
Yeah.
Padayon.
Sige.
Baka.
Wag-
Thank you, Ren.
Thank you, Ren.
More
Thank you,
power.
Mia. Thank you
Thank
to all
you,
our friends.
Dad.
Thank you
listening
so
today.
much.
Yes. So
Welcome.
take care,
Our
everybody.
pleasure.
See you again next week. Ren, bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye, Ren.
Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Just like a friend from back home.
This is your Filipino radio experience in Las Vegas. PHLV Radio.